Earlier on last month, President Emerson Mnangagwa did the Zimbabwe Defense Forces leader Valerio Sivanda a favor. He was going to move him from the military and put him in some obscure Politburo position in ZANU-PF. Valerio Sivanda refused to take Mnangagwa on that offer. Someone please advise Valerio Sivanda. It was a good offer from Emerson Mnangagwa because that will mean that on the day when the judgment comes, he will no longer be a military leader. He will be watching on the news what is happening to the generals. For I repeat, what is coming, none of the generals will be able to handle it. It's going to be epic of historic proportions. You do not want to be a Zimbabwe general or a military leader on the day when that wish is coming finally comes to Harare. Valerio Sivanda has been abusing us Zimbabweans together with the army generals for decades upon decades, such that even when Emerson Mnangagwa wants to save him by firing him, he sees that as a disservice, because these people are so used to abusing the ordinary citizens that they think that it is their divine right to do so. They probably believe that God gave them those positions so that they can destroy our futures. We have got no future. Our lives have been completely destroyed because of these military generals. But they think that it is their divine right to steal the resources of the nation and do as they please to us without impunity. They think that that is what God wants. Valerio Sibanda, I know you're listening. Take the offer of Idi Mnangagwa and walk away quietly. And advise those of your friends in the military also to walk away quietly. For what is coming, what God has in store for you, my general, you will wish you were never in the military. You will curse the day you decided to become a soldier, or the day you raised your hand up and said you want to join ZANU-PF. For God is coming against you, my general, in such a forceful manner that we have never ever expected before. You never thought would happen in Zimbabwe. There is no stone that will be left unturned in Harare. Generals of the army are going to run around. You will not know where to hide. For wherever you go, they will be looking after you. Don't ask me who they are. I told you, on the day when the angel of the Lord comes to Harare, you will understand it then. Today, God is saying the angel of the Lord. On the day when the angel of the Lord comes, you shall see exactly who is the angel of the Lord, or what is the angel of the Lord, and what is the preoccupation of the Lord with this insistence on sending people like me to keep on repeating the same message over and over and over and over again, even though you do not listen. But God keeps on sending us to tell you over and over and over and over again. Just like Jeremiah kept on telling the kings of Israel over and over and over again until Babylon came. My general, walk away silently, quietly into the twilight, and things will be better for you. But insist on keeping those positions. Mushirura Zigaro, fighting for positions. I am telling you, a day will come where you will all fight not to have those positions. For the heat that is coming over those positions, none of you will be able to withstand it. None of you. Even EM Nangagwa will not be there to help you because Kwayena, he will be busy dealing with his own sins. The whole world will be focused on Idem Nangagwa, putting him on a trial for the sin that he has done in Zimbabwe, the atrocities he has done ever since Kukurahund until today. And you in the military, you will not be spared. I'm making this series of videos so that the military men and women may understand that you will not be spared. Don't think that the exit of Item Nangagwa is going to mean that you are safe. No, you are not going to be spared. You are going to fall together with Item Nangagwa. Same applies with the Reserve Bank. John Mankocha and the thieves in the Reserve Bank. As Mnangagwa goes, so does ZANU-PF go, so does the military go, so does the RPZ governors go as well. Because the biggest looting spree in Zimbabwe has been in the RPZ through the artificial debasement of the Zimbabwe currency. Because that is the strategy that they were using to steal the wealth of all Zimbabweans. When the Zim dollar precipitously loses its value, that value is actually transferred from all wealth owners in the country to the few individuals who have set up their trades and their financial positioning to benefit from a falling Zimbabwean dollar. These people, they have been doing it for years, on and on and on and on, because they have got the access to the Reserve Bank and they have got the access to printing money, and also using the strategy of arbitrage, which is getting a currency at the Reserve Bank at one price and selling at a higher price outside, because they just have the access to doing that. So these are the people, these are the sins that they have committed, and these people are not going to be able to withstand what is coming. You currency manipulators in Harare, the military that has been stealing resources, and the presidency that has been working in cohorts with ZANU-PF officials to be busy to come up with this alliance of evil forces against the Zimbabweans. And also the monopolies in industries, whereby all industries are owned by people in ZANU-PF or in the military. Those people who make sure, who instead of allowing free market conditions, you have distorted market forces by creating artificial monopolies. I hear that if Itim Nangagwa's cement manufacturing factory has run out of some cement, there will be no cement in the whole country because no one else is allowed to produce cement except for him. This kind of behavior of 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 of, of manipulating the markets so that other would-be producers are not allowed to produce because they're not aligned with Itim Nangagwa, or they are not to come, are not allowed to come into market, or frustrated if they were to come into market, so that uh, the market conditions may favor those that have got businesses aligned with the regime. That has got to come to an end. We have seen publicly how even Econet Strive Masiwa struggled to actually get Econet up and running because of the forces in the government that did not allow a private individual to set up business in Zimbabwe. Let me reiterate, it is the right of every Zimbabwean individual to start up a business, to produce goods and services and sell those goods and services legally without fear of what connected politicians are going to act against that person's business. We know that the CIO have got a habit yokutora, a habit of grabbing people's businesses just because they can, just because they've got political affiliations or political connections that causes them, or that allow them to do such things without repercussions. Now, therefore, repercussions are coming. Things are going to change. On that day when the Lord does what it does, I am telling you, all of these things are going to be washed away. All of them. Tirukuramba tsvina yese iyi. All this twina is going to be gone. So as I said, Valerio made a mistake. He was supposed to take that deal and go kuma reserve to retire. How many billions have you stolen, Mr. Valerio? How many more billions do you want? Just my guy, just take the billions that you have and go sit down and keep quiet. For the Lord is going to come on a day that you do not know about, and he will knock on your door and demand answers from you, and you will not be able to answer them. Holy is Jehovah. Have a great afternoon.